Hey, it's the Keita J Reveal Show. Hey, hey, Keita J, baby. Keita J, baby. Ah, ah, ah. Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? Woo! Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's up, y'all? I am Keita J. I am voiceover artist, an artist like a painter. What else do? I do many, many things, okay? I'm a marketer. I'm in the film and media industry, and I'm a fashion blogger. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But guess what? We're here today. We're going to talk about spending time at home. Some of us are spending time at home alone, but we're not really, we're going to talk about all of that. A little conversation about it, okay? You know, I had to straighten up, rearrange my room in the back, of course. So everything is rearranged in the back. We got new furniture, as you can see. It's red. Yes, I love it. New windows in the back and everything. So every day there's going to be a new setup on the Keita J Reveal show. Yeah, baby. So, how y'all been doing staying home? How's everybody been doing? I know some people have not been staying home. Some people have been staying home, but not everybody. But I want to tell you what I've been doing as I've been working from home. So working from home for me has been interesting because you know what? I'm a loner. I don't pretty much deal with a lot of people anyway. I'm always doing my own thing, my own time. If I want to go somewhere, I go. I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4 people going with me. If I want to go to the movies, I'm going by myself. Hey, what's up? Quick say, I've been in the studio. I've been in the studio all week. Quick, you got to come back on the show because Quick got a release party that he need to talk about on the platform, right? He got his own platform, but you know what? It's always good to cross over. So that's great. Quick. You guys can look him up on YouTube. He got music. He's not one of those vulgar rappers, musicians. He play a lot of instruments and sing. And I had him on the show before, so you guys can go check that episode out. But anyway, like I said, it's great to be doing grand things, okay? And I am going to have more people on the show. But right now it's me time, baby. It's Keita J time. It's nothing wrong with you doing your own thing, okay? You don't have to have people on your show every single day. But in my past episodes, you guys, I haven't done those past episodes on Periscope. You can go check those past episodes out. I've had singers, guitarists, boxers, musicians, all kinds of people on the show. Just go check it out on our YouTube page. It's all there. Oh, comedian. You know, we had multiple artists on the show. I'll definitely do that. So quick say, hit me up. Look, here go quick. Hit me up. And we'll set it up, Keita. I might be a little off on your voice, though. But anyway, so look, y'all, what I've been doing, and this was way before Corona. I don't even like to say Corona. God, COVID. I call it COVID. Let me call it COVID-19. Before COVID-19 even started hitting, every year, let's say this. Let me go back. So every year since, I don't even know, before I even had a house, I've been into gardening. Like I've always had this thing about gardening. Like I want to grow my own food. I'm interested in being like a domesticated person. And I know how to sew some, you know, I know how to, my only problem is home improvement. Like I'm not big in the area. So, you know, I would have to hire somebody to do some home improvement stuff, but I'll knock down a wall or two. I'll do that. So I've always been into gardening. My mother had her house, and I would buy little bags and stuff and look things up online, how to nurse my homegrown food and things like that. I've always been like that type of person, you know. And I went out, bought a bunch of bags, took them over to my mother's house, set up some PVs. I think that's what you call them, the little PV poles or whatever. And I made like a little greenhouse for some of my vegetables. Well, for the past years, I'll say maybe 3, 4 years, I've been doing. Quick said you're very up on the voice. LOL got high voice sometimes. But damn, okay. I know, Quick. I said I was a little off, though. I said I was a little off. It's okay. But so I've been going out, you know, purchasing seeds and wanting to get into growing my own food. And I did that. And I've been so big on growing food because I feel like, look, you never know what's in the stuff we buy. You know, even though throughout the years you may not, you know, be all up on growing the food, knowing it's so much stuff on YouTube. We can go in and find out what we need. You know, it's so much information. Some of us forget there's so much information. You can go get a book. You can read a book. Okay, we can do all of that. We can get all of the information that we need. But YouTube is the university right now. You can go on YouTube and type in how to run a business. Type in how to garden. Okay, it's so many people on here that are gardeners. I'm telling you. So I pulled all that information, got books, you know, things like that. Was in the library reading because I was like, I don't know if I want to take this one. I don't know if this one's it. I'm not sure. But I pulled information out and I just start, you know, working on my green thumb. My thumb, one of my thumbs yellow and one of them did look red, and one of them, but they're neon, right? So one is like green and one is yellow. But my green thumb, hold up the green. You can't even see it though. It looked black. But I started working on growing my own vegetables, and I think I've been doing a wonderful job. Like every year I get better and better at growing my vegetables. So that's what I've been doing. As I've been working from home, I set up shop in my backyard on my patio. Okay, I got all of my fruits and not fruits, but my vegetables laid out. Everything is in my little bags. Okay, so we talk about growing food. People are like, if you get certain food from the store, it's gonna spoil. Listen, with all this COVID going on, people run to the store. I talked about this last week, so I'm not gonna get into this too much. But anyway, people run to the store like they about to have a freak attack. Okay, you run it, and I understand it's a pandemic. We've never been faced with anything like this before in this day and time. But understand, if we prepare ourselves early, you don't have to worry about all of this stuff later on. Okay, especially with people possibly lose their jobs. You know, we stacking up on a bunch of food that we probably may not even use. You know, people spending hundreds of dollars on stuff that they may not even use. And you could give it away. I understand that would be a wonderful thing to do. But all I'm saying is get into growing your own food. It does not take much. I'm not pushing. I'm not shoving nobody. I'm not telling you what you got to do. I'm just saying this is something that I've been doing for myself. Okay, I've been learning how to grow food, how to nourish my soil, how to if I want to go out to the backyard get my romaine lettuce, I know what's in my romaine lettuce. Okay, it might not. Yeah, I know I got the organic soil. I know, and I'm gonna show y'all these little bags that I bought some years ago, and I've just been reusing these bags. In the wintertime, some of your vegetables can still hold up in the wintertime, like some of your greens. They may grow slow, you know, because of the winter, the freeze and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, I was still growing spinach in the wintertime. I was still growing spinach in the wintertime. I still got a little bit of spinach in the back. I was going out there peeling it off, putting it in my omelet. Okay, I need to get into that. Hey, I'm telling you, Kay, I'm telling you, you will not regret it. What's up, Steve? Good evening, Steve. What's going on? So we just over here talking about growing your own food. And it's so many, like I said, so many videos online that you can get information from. You can pull it from. You can go read information. If you're not good with video, if you can't hear, you hearing impaired, you can go and read information online. They have so much plentiful information for people online. I think some of us get into the wrong damn things. We get caught up in who the best rapper is, who the this and the that we forget. Let me sign back in. Oh, Steve, you always having issues over here. I don't think anybody else is having issues, but you, Steve, are you okay? I don't know what's up with the phone. So it may be some issues with your connection or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys some of the bags that I have gotten, and I'll show you. I understand that these are new bags. Well, these are probably not new, but better bags at this point in time that you can grow from. Hold on one moment. So these bags right here, if you can see these bags right here, these are grow bags. I'm gonna make it bigger for you because I know sometimes it's hard to see on these little screens. Okay, I know it is. Okay, so let me see where we at. Okay, here we go. So right here, these are really nice grow bags that you can get, and you can just sit them on your ground. Sit them on the ground. It doesn't have to be in the little holder that it's in. And the bag that I have has 2 straps on it. They come in different sizes. I think the biggest one that I have is a 5-gallon. So I'm growing watermelon in that one. And last year, I tell you, my watermelon burned a little bit from the sun because I don't think I was using enough fertilizer, but I got some really good vegetables. So I can't complain about that. But that's one thing. That's one thing that I've been doing while I've been home. I've been pampering myself too. I'm gonna tell y'all. People are saying stay at home because this virus is very, very serious, and I believe that it is very, very serious. However, don't stop living. Don't stop living. You know what I'm saying? Like I showed y'all the stuff that you guys can get to help your immune system and get kills like over 900 pathogens that you have in your body, which is bacteria. I told y'all to email me, right? A couple people emailed me and they got the name, they got the company, they got the company where it came from. So I'm just telling you, I'm here to help and assist people as well as I find information out. I'm going to give that information if I think it does me a service, okay? If it does me a disservice, I'm not going to share it with everybody. And I may share it with you if I think other people could possibly use it, but it just wasn't for me. So I told y'all what I use, the colloidal silver. I told you the reputable company that I've been buying mine from for some years now. And this helps all bacteria. The only thing is I hadn't been using that for the son, and he's in the Navy, and I was like, oh, that stuff that I used to have y'all take under your tongue. Do you remember this? And he was like, oh, Mom, I remember that, Mom. The stuff you used to give us, because I used to give my kids a lot of stuff, echinacea, little drops, and the stuff is not always good. But this colloidal silver, you can't taste it really. It's made with distilled water, so it's just an agent that helps to get rid of over 900 pathogens in your body. And that's bacteria that builds up in our body, that we hold for years. And sometimes some of that bacteria can eventually start causing other issues for you. So it doesn't get rid of the good bacteria. It just gets rid of the bad bacteria that's in our body. So, and you can, it takes 2 weeks before things really get in your system. So just like when you go get your pills from the pharmacist, you get those pills from the pharmacist. Guess what? You got to take those for 2 weeks. You got to take your medicine for 2 weeks. So that's something that you want to put in your body for 2 weeks, and then you can start using it on a need basis, right? So let's see what else we've been seeing going on since we've been spending time at home. Let me tell y'all, Keita J has been walking. Okay, let me show y'all. I've been walking so much. Look, I done lost some weight. Okay, I've been walking so much. We got to get our steps in. Hey, get your steps in. Get your steps in, right? Listen, you want to lose weight? Stop trying to do it the fast way. People, people out here buying pills to lose weight. You're gonna mess your system up. That's just not my style. You can look beautiful. You can look beautiful. You can apply a little makeup, ladies. Men, y'all also need to walk. Don't just think that the ladies out here need to be the ones walking. Walking stimulates your nervous system. That is your entire brain. I used to think the nervous system was just a part of the brain. I started studying on the brain and realized that is the frontal lobe, all of that, okay? Everything, the entire brain down to the spine, okay? So that is your nervous system. And we need to actually work on working out. I know this is for me too, okay? I'm always pushing myself. Remember, when I'm talking to people, I'm talking to myself as well. I'm not excluding anything about what I'm telling other people. Like I said, when I gain information, I'm sharing it with the world. And some of the information I'm gonna get paid off of. Trust and believe that. Because I be studying up a mug, okay? And not just studying just to be giving everything away. But if I feel you can use it, I will share it with you. But some things just gotta be it gotta be bought. I'm sorry. I'm a marketer. I help businesses. I do voiceovers for businesses. I know a lot of things and some things that I don't know. Okay. I'm working on myself. And people will always tell you, you got to be studying. You got to study whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to be an artist, you have to study how to be an artist. You have to study how to be a business person. You have to study how to be anything, a doctor, a lawyer, everything that we want to do. You have to study. And it's not just studying the people before you. You can study, you can't see everything they're doing. People can tell you what they've done. But like I said, even if I told you what I did, it may not work for you. It may work for you, pieces of it that you could take and use for yourself. But then there's some pieces that's not going to function with whatever it is that you're doing. So that's just how life is. We can always gain information, and I would say it could be old information or new information. Okay, so another thing, since we spend the time at home, I'm just giving you some of the things that I've been doing, right? And these are probably some of the things that you may want to add into your repertoire. Okay? So I've been we covered the walking, exercising, right? I've been watching like Netflix. I'm always watching Netflix anyway, so that's nothing new. But I watched what is it called? Tiger something on Netflix. I cannot think of the name of it. Let me get the entire name so you guys will know. But I know a lot of people have been talking about this because I've heard a couple of folks talking about it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking on my Netflix screen like, what is this? And I saw the picture just sitting in my face like, do I need to watch this or do I not? And then I heard somebody, and I'm not gonna lie, Tiger King on Netflix. So then I heard somebody talk about it, and somebody was like, man, have you watched that Tiger King movie or documentary on Netflix about the guy? It's like two or three different people that have these big tigers, right? And they run it like it's a zoo. So they're basically running it like I don't know if it's Arkansas. I'm not even sure where people in different places, because I know one guy's in like South Carolina or something like that. But they have like this property, and they're breeding tigers and like a zoo. There's some orangutans. They're all different kinds of animals that they have, and the kids and parents are coming out and seeing these animals. And then it's this one lady. She used to do it herself. She used to breed tigers, and then she started having this of affinity to save them, So she's been going against this guy, and this one guy, he's a gay guy. He's a G. Yeah, Tiger King. Have you seen it, Kay? Have you been watching it? Have you watched it? I thought it was a little blown out of proportion, because everybody, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it, and now I'm saying people, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. And I said, it's all right. It's a documentary. I mean, it's each their own. We're all gonna have our own opinion and stuff, but I watched and I thought, I was like, I was like, it's all right, and I'm not gonna tell the entire thing, but it's called Tiger King, if you guys want to watch it. But that's one thing that I've been watching. How are you, Prometheus? I hope that I'm saying that right. Thank you for joining the Keita J Reveal show. So we're just talking about Tiger King a little bit. You guys can go watch it. It's something to watch. It's not boring at all, but it's something to watch. So Madam CJ Walker, that's another thing that I watched. Did you guys watch that? I'm not here to do reviews, and I noticed they put every movie about pandemic. Oh, have you noticed that? Yes. Okay, they put every movie about pandemic. I saw that movie. I didn't look at it, but there's a pandemic movie on Netflix. It's called Pandemic, right? So of course Netflix is pushing information because they're probably pulling it from what we're talking about. You never know. They say Google, right? Because I think Netflix has its own app. But of course, if we're saying pandemic, it's probably pulling those movies and putting it up front so you can see it. Everything is about voice now, sound. So that's another thing. If people are in the tech where they'll tell you everything is voice, even when you're on YouTube, that you don't even have to put tags on your stuff anymore because voice picks it up. I can tell you right now, Spotify, all of these podcast companies, they are using voice to pick up what people are talking about. So just, you hear a lot of people just talking on podcasts, saying reckless things or whatever, not realizing that voice is picking up a lot of things and is bringing it to the center so that people can recognize what it is that you're talking about. Oh, you said you haven't watched Tiger King yet. Okay. But yeah, that's why I'm not giving it away, but I'm just going to give you that much about it. It's not bad to me. I mean, I like animals. I love seeing animals. I, share a lot of that on my Instagram stories and, all kinds of little my Instagram stories, but I love animals. And I don't think they should be held in captivity. I mean, I have my dog. My dog probably would want to get away every now and again and go somewhere. But, it is what it is. And as long as I feel like we're treating them right, we're not holding them to where we're abusing them, that's a good thing. So I'm not abusing my dog, but if you have somebody that's keeping an animal and they're abusing the animal, then I can understand, how somebody could be against that, and want to rescue that animal. But if the animal's in a safe place, and there's no harm done, I feel like, hey, leave well enough alone, leave well. And that's like taking a kid from a family that has taken care of them for years, grew up with them, adopted them. And, well, that would be different. But I would say, I guess if they were just holding them against their will and they wanted to go with their family, but another family was taking care of them and they were abusing them, then that's different. Then that's abuse. But if you're taking care of a child that you have an agreement with, or, somebody like a foster kid, because a foster kid still has their own family sometimes, and it's just like you caring for them. But okay, so Madam CJ Walker, I know I was going to talk about that. That Madam CJ Walker is an interesting story. I thought that was a wonderful. I thought it was put together well. There's some missing pieces, and of course, the story is not really real. I mean, the story is real, but it's fiction information because we don't know if all of that stuff truly happened. And I believe they pulled, if I'm not mistaken, she had a book, and of course, she didn't write this book. I think somebody else wrote the book. But of course, I feel like with Madam CJ, and I'm not going to talk about it because everybody probably didn't look at it. But we do truth talking over here, truth telling. And I just want to say that I feel she and the other lady, you said that was a great miniseries. Yes, it was I think the way it was written where it gave us enough information, right? Enough information to put all the pieces together. And what I will say is the lady, I had to go do my research because I didn't even know that the lady, what's her name? Annie. I think her real name, they called her Addie. I think her name is Annie. Annie Tormas. I don't, please forgive me if I'm messing up her name. But the lady that how can I put this without telling the story? That she was working with. Okay, I'm just gonna say that because I don't know if everybody saw it again. Okay, you might be looking at the podcast, listen to the podcast. But the lady that Madam CJ Walker was working with, okay, you said it was inspired by Madam CJ Walker's life. Right. What I'm saying, Kay, and I know you probably know what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't know the truth about there's really no telling if all of that really happened, right? We don't know because it's just like you say, inspired. It's a story. Somebody wanted to write it. Somebody found some information. They told the information. They put the story together as best as they could. Okay. So that's just it. And I thought that it was a wonderful tale, and I thought that it was very interesting to see how, and I like to say people of color because I don't like even to consider myself one color. Okay, I'm brown. Okay, so when they say brown people, I'm brown. I'm not the color that we often say. I like to say people of color, right? We're different hues. So I say this. I say Madam CJ Walker and a lot of people back in that day, they were elites. They had money. They were running their own businesses, and just to look at how significant the story was to see your people, and that's stories that I like to see, your people making a way in life, not being afraid. And I'm not saying that they weren't afraid at all in that day and time because of everything that was going on, but just not being afraid of growing. I feel like in this day and time is able to show. And Octavia, let me talk about her. Octavia, thank you, Quick, for giving me that headline. Octavia Spencer was in Mama. She's starting to get some really good roles. And she said LeBron James helped her. This is what I heard. LeBron James helped her negotiate her pay for Madam CJ Walker, which is a good thing. LeBron does a lot in the community. And, that's a grand thing for him, helping her, negotiate her salary for Madam CJ Walker. She's been in the game for a long time, grinding. Exactly. She has been in the game for an awesome amount of time. And it's so many actors and actresses out here. In order for you to get seen, these auditions that I've talked to some actors and actresses, and you'll hear some stories, okay? You'll hear some stories that some of these actors and actresses barely get roles. And it takes a long time before they actually get a role. It takes a long, draining time. You may be able to make money here and there, but a lot of times that money don't last, and some of these people definitely have to go and make money elsewhere. It is what it is. They have to go make money elsewhere. You have to figure out how to make ends meet. We think these celebrities are just, they have loads of money, and we're always telling people you should be on TV. Well, nowadays you don't have to be on TV. Okay, we don't have to be. We can be just like where I am right now. These things are accessible for us to get online. I talk about I know I'm skipping a little bit, but I want to add this story, add this in there. There's so many things that we can do nowadays instead of waiting on somebody. And I can't stand when I see comments about people. You feel me, Quit? You feel me, Kay? You look, I can't stand when I hear people say, you should be on TV. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And it's always giving somebody else it's taken away from what the person is already doing. If you see them grinding and you see them, doing certain things for themselves independently, why can't you just support that? Why do people always have to be on somebody's TV? TV is I'm not gonna say it's nostalgic right now, right? I'm saying it's still earning, it's still in the line of what's going on now, social media, people having their own independent shows. I was listening to Afion Crockett today, and he was saying how he just independently did his comedy special, and he's licensing his comedy special he's shopping it around to see the best offer. And that's the best thing you could do, license your stuff. If people want to buy into what you're doing, you don't have to sell outright and give them everything. You want to give them everything that you have. You don't want to do that. You want to license your stuff to people. So that way you make your money off of it. You do your marketing. You can tell them, hey, I'm doing my own marketing. I don't have to pay you to market my stuff. I can go on a couple of shows and market my own stuff because I may already have a rapport with some people where I could go on their shows. So they're charging you thousands of dollars just to market your stuff, and they don't hardly even market. This is from my understanding from talking to people and listening to people. Like, you want to license, because I'm currently in the film and media industry right now. So I'm learning some things about it. I'm writing, scripts. I'm thinking about doing more. Of course, people been in my ear about doing more with my show. So those are things that I'm working on, and like I said, to get back to Madam CJ Walker, because I know I stepped away, you can do your own stuff. You just need people around you that can help you build on those things. We often tear each other down in the community. Everybody is so selfish. Selfish. You know what I'm saying? We are so selfish. We got to stop being so selfish. It's not right. It's not fair to each other. Back in that day, it was more so about men dominating. Right now, it's about women also. No, I don't have that COVID, okay? I don't. It's just sometimes when I stress my voice. Yeah. So you said a lot of comedians produce. Hey, Butter, how are you? Produce their own special because of independence. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Kay. Sometimes when I stress my voice. Yes. So there we go. So that happens. We got to make sure that we have people around us that's going to help us as an independent artist do those things that we need to do for ourselves. It's hard to find people like that. It is. It definitely is. It's hard to find people that are willing to support you in the things that you want to do. It just is. And I don't even like to talk about that kind of stuff now, because it's like, it doesn't help you. You just have to know for yourself that you want to grow. You want to grow in your artistry, and you want to be the best creator that you can be. That's it. That's all you can do. You can't hold yourself back from what is that the creator has given you, and whoever you believe in, you know, whatever you believe in. If the creator, if it's in you to be powerful, to make moves, you know, you're going to get the indication that you need to do those things. Sometimes we just sit back and we let people tell us what we can't do and what we shouldn't do. And we hold on to all of that and it's in our head. It's ingrained in our head from when we are little kids. When your mother and your father used to tell you you couldn't do that, or maybe a relative or a friend of somebody that would consider themselves a friend. It's ingrained in us, you know, as humans. People telling us what we can't do, people telling us what we should do, you know, people telling us, you know, this is how you should do it. And, you know, and if they, a lot of times I feel like if you're not trying to help somebody, if you're not trying to help people get to where they're trying to go, you know, I think people should be quiet. And I'll talk about this. I dealt with somebody that was trying to be in the industry, trying to grow and grow his art, right? As an artist. He was listening to everybody else around him that wasn't giving him the monetary value of being who he needed to be, right? So I you know, that right there, it's like you got so many people in the game with you that's trying to give you information. So many people, but the person that's putting the money into trying to help you, you don't, you know, I think that's kind of a relationship thing, because it's an egotistical thing as well. When people don't want to listen to you, when you're financially trying to help them, and the other people on the outside is not financially trying to help you. What they're trying to do, they laughing at you, but at the same time, they throwing you bones. So you got people sometimes that will throw you bones. You got people sometimes that will try to stick around you. They may not like you like that, okay? They may just be somebody that got one foot in and one foot out. You know, and I found this. People will have one foot in just to say, just in case something happened, you know, just in case I want to act like I'm still there. So we have to even be careful for those folks, because you'll have, I'm telling you, you'll have those people that act like they was there with you. They'll act like they put in effort with you when they was barely even doing anything. But I find these people, they are what they call leeches. They call leeches. They just hang around you when things get good, and then you start seeing them more once you start making moves. Once you start making moves, you start seeing these people often, and you be like, "Well, damn, this person wasn't around like that." You know, when I was working hard, grinding, but now this person is truly around. You know, when they know that I'm making it somewhere. So, you know, it's a lot of things that we as humans have to really be careful for, because you got people that will suck the blood out of you until there's almost no more to suck. You got people that really don't have your back, that will act like they have your back, okay? And I want to be on a positive track here, as far as talking about what, you know, what we could do, what we should do. You know, we have to learn with time, and that's just happened. Everybody's gonna have their little scenarios, gonna have their little situations that they dealt with, and hopefully that makes you stronger as a person. Now we talk about spending time at home this weekend, right? So we got something else that, you know, people doing shows, digital shows. I said digital was going to blow up with this stay at home act that they doing. Stay at home. You know, they say stay at home. So people are still going out. Some people aren't really able to get out like that. You know, in certain places, like in Italy, they have to stay home. And I'm wondering, are they still in? Because I know they were playing tennis, you know, across the patios of the balconies on apartments. They were singing, they were DJing outside. at night. So they really know in Italy how to have a community. You know, these folks was really getting down. I was looking at some of the videos online. Like, look at these folks. They really like enjoying one another. They enjoying the company. They enjoying being in each other's homes. They're having conversations with one another. And I'm sure a lot of them know each other. But just the fact that they have a community is a wonderful thing, because I can't say that about a lot of what, you know, where I am, what we have. You know, I think if something happened where I live, that people would help each other out, you know, that people would talk to one another and things like that. But that, you know, I probably wouldn't see that happening in many places. It's just, that's just it. You probably wouldn't see that happening in many places. But Italy, they have been, looks like they've been family oriented. They've been working together. You know, they've been partying together on the balconies, singing together, trumpets playing, all kinds of stuff. You'll find your real creativity in times like this. You will truly find your creative side when you can't go nowhere. Okay, when you got to spend time at home and you have no choice but to spend time at home, you will find your creative side. You know, like I said, they playing horns and drums and all kinds of stuff in Italy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you done to be creative since COVID-19 has set in? Has anybody found more of their creative side? I can say, you know, I've been doing my everyday. I I did a little video on Snapchat the other day. But yeah, so I've been doing stuff. You know, I've been dibbling and dabbling as I usually would do. So excuse me. Erykah Badu did a show, you know, online. Online, excuse me, y'all. But anyway, that's it. Hold on, I'm trying to find my mute. Well, that's all we have, y'all. Find your creative side.